The CM Elevate Conclave and Farmers Collectivization for Upscaling Production and Marketing System Focus program were held today at Vivanta, Shillong. The event was graced by Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Dr. M. Ampreen Lingdaw, and Animal Husbandry Minister A.L. Heng. The CM Elevate Conclave focused on empowering and recognizing grassroots entrepreneurs who have benefited from the various CM Elevate schemes, celebrating their achievements and encouraging others to utilize these government initiatives. During the event, cheques and sanction letters were distributed to farmer-producer groups and entrepreneurs under the CM Elevate and Focus schemes. In his address, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma shared that more than 2,000 entrepreneurs have already benefited from the CM Elevate scheme, with plans to reach a target of 20,000. He also highlighted the formation of 20,000 farmer-producer groups in the last 2 years and assured continued guidance to ensure funds are utilized effectively for positive outcomes.
We're finally starting to see the results of the efforts put in the last 3 to 4 years into the entire system. Prime has been a program we started years back, and we never thought that, as I said, today we'll be standing here and more than 2,000 entrepreneurs will be supported with the CM Elevate scheme. Again, our target was total of over 20,000 that we'd wanted in 5 years, and we have touched 2,300 now in this particular year. But I'm sure that from this 2,300, now the momentum has picked up, so I'm sure that we'll be able to touch our target of 7,000-8,000 in the next couple of years, and touch our target of 20,000 very, very soon. Similarly, for Focus also, we have seen that last year or last 2 years, 20,000 groups were formed under the farmers-producer groups. But now we are making sure that the groups not only get the money, but more importantly, the money is utilized in the correct manner that it was supposed to be utilized. And hence, we are very clear, and all our farmers must understand that we are here to help. And therefore, we realize that sometimes you wish to do things, but your group or your team sometimes loses direction. And therefore, our efforts today are to guide all of you, are to ensure not to stop your money, but to ensure that your group gets the act together, so that when you get the next installment, the money can be used in a productive manner and in the manner in which it yields results. So that's really what we're trying to do out here. But today is a very important day because, as I said, thousands of entrepreneurs are going to be supported with the funds. And again, lakhs of farmers are going to be getting the Focus money that we have just released in the last 1 week's time. I'm sure most of you have received it, and those who have not, you'll be getting it in the days to come. Also, I think very important, which our Commissioner Secretary has mentioned, that transparency is something which we are maintaining at all levels. So our entire data of every single beneficiary of Focus scheme is there for people to see. There's nothing to hide. Which group is getting how much, who are the members in that group, why they were not able to get. So all this information and data is publicly available, and we've made it, we've put it up in the portal. And that's, again, as I said, a system where we are trying to create more and more transparency. At the end, I just have one thing to say, that government can, at its level, do many things to support you, whether it's creating the policy, creating the ecosystem, giving you the financial help, giving you technical help, but it is only you who can help yourself at the end of the day. It is only your team and your members of the group who can help each other. The government has a limited role to play. Ultimately, you will have to seize that opportunity. And we have to think in a positive manner. Challenges will be there. Nothing is perfect in life. Nothing will be perfect in society. Nothing will be perfect in our business. But we need to see the positive things. We need to look at the challenges. We need to understand the problems that we are facing. Because, as they say, only when you understand the problem can you solve the problem. And all of these kind of positive mindset and thought process is required for us to succeed as individuals, as a team, as a group, and as a state. And therefore, today what I see in this room is a group of positive people. Today I see in the different locations, the different blocks that are there. As I said in my speech earlier, that this must be for the first time that we are having a program like this where almost every block has joined us online, and our technology is helping us connect to people all the way to the block level, and we were even able to interact with them, listen to them, speak to them, and I think this is something that we should do on a regular basis for different programs also, not so much to listen to our speech, but more to listen to what they have to say, to connect to them, to connect to our grassroots, to connect to our people. Now, why are we talking to you? Yet please remember, we're talking to you because, as I said in my speech in the beginning, we are here to do this for you. This is not for Ba A.L. Hek or for Kong Amperin or for Dr. Vijay or any of the officials. All these programs and policies are designed for you. These programs, when they succeed, they will then lead to the successful achievement of the goals that we have for the state. We have big dreams, we have big goals. And yes, a lot of people look at us and say, this guy is crazy. And we say, no, we may not be that crazy, but we are very ambitious because we want to make sure that we are able to move forward and make our state, as I said, one of the better states.
After so many years of governance, I personally have come to one conclusion, that if the government does not reach out to the citizens and continues to plan and keep planning interventions to lift the economy of individuals living in the villages, nothing will work. I have witnessed. I have gone from one district to the next, and I have physically, personally reached so many hundreds of these farmer-producer groups. I have met women who 1 decade ago was a farmer but did not know what was going around and did not feel this income generation that today they feel. Honorable CM, I am witnessing every time I travel the length and breadth of the state of Meghalaya, I get one great satisfaction. And that is now people understand the difference between a planning government and a working government. It is also true, as Commissioner Secretary correctly said, number of applicants are far more than numbers of beneficiaries. But the government is justifiably selecting these beneficiaries of these various schemes. This is the beauty of this scheme. I have never heard anywhere that I go, and I have met entrepreneurs shining, saying that I personally know my MLA, or I personally know the Chief Minister, or I personally know Director Agriculture or Horticulture. None of them have said that. This is the beauty of this scheme. It works because you yourselves are participating. Gone are the days when you blindly fill a performer and expect the government to give you help. Today, all governments are now evaluating their model of operations. And I am happy, Honorable CM Sir, that today Meghalaya One portal will tell every applicant where your application goes wrong. Bun sen habangalek shikishnong piod piong ma ngila apply ka taka CML bit ngimyo ngi kwa taka focus ngila apply ngimyo haba pimyo ya kanu ka scheme menta pilang panlet siya kani ka portal kabala de play patba the Honorable Chief Minister takasngi kabakerteng ke Meghalaya what can kada kalakut kejuk hakaba ka sarkar kan cuai si ai pisai ya upat ba ni kwa ya upat ba banwan sakman ban sim khia ya kata ketingka kejingyarap kabakiyo naki schemes ki bopher.
But before taking the opportunity, I would like to tell you, you should have the responsibility, the accountability, and the ownership to the scheme that you are taking. Without the responsibility, without the ownership, you will not be able to manage this project. You will not be able to manage your scheme. The sustainability is very important. We want you not only to be a job seeker, we want you also to be a job provider. Through you, once you have taken the scheme now, you will engage the other employee, where you are multiplying the employment to generate employment in the state of Meghalaya. But we need the responsibility. And also before taking any project, I'd like to tell you, you should be aware to yourself, the awareness, what scheme you are taking, whether you are aware or not to the scheme that you are taking. You are responsibility or not for the scheme you are taking. Whether you have studied or not, the demand driven at the market, without studying all the requirements which you are going to be, to sell your product, you are going to be multiply your product. I'm telling you, will not be able to sustain or manage a scheme.